Good evening, everyone. Today I want to talk about a truth we often overlook, the strength that is born from struggle. Behind every great woman there is a story of pain, rejection, and failure. But these are not signs of weakness. They are the very things that shape resilience, wisdom, and success. A great woman is not defined by the ease of her journey, but by her ability to rise every time life tries to break her. She turns setbacks into stepping stones, heartbreak into healing, and rejection into redirection. So today I invite you to embrace your struggles, not as obstacles, but as the fire that forges the unstoppable force within you. Because greatness isn't given, it is built through every hardship overcome. Let's dive into this journey together. Pain is an inevitable part of life, and for many great women, it has been the foundation upon which their strength was built. Pain is not just suffering, it is a transformative force that shapes character, endurance, and resilience. It breaks down the weak parts of us and forces us to rebuild ourselves stronger than before. Pain has the power to strip away illusions, forcing individuals to confront their deepest fears, insecurities, and limitations. When a woman experiences pain, whether emotional, physical, or psychological, she is faced with two choices: succumb to it or rise above it. It is through this decision-making process that strength is born. From a young age, women are often faced with societal pressures that can cause immense pain. They are told how they should look, act, and behave. Expectations placed upon them can create internal struggles that lead to feelings of inadequacy, self-doubt, and even despair. Many women find themselves feeling trapped by these expectations, believing that they are not enough as they are. The pain of not fitting into society's mold can be overwhelming, but for those who choose to push past these limitations, it becomes a catalyst for self-discovery and personal growth. Women who have faced heartbreak know the kind of pain that lingers deep within the soul. The betrayal of trust, the feeling of abandonment, and the emotional turmoil that follows can be devastating. But through that heartbreak, many women learn their worth. They learn that love should not come at the cost of self-respect, and that they are complete on their own. The pain of a broken heart often becomes the fire that fuels their journey towards self-love and independence. Instead of allowing heartbreak to shatter them, strong women use it as motivation to build themselves up, to set boundaries, and to demand the respect and love they truly deserve. Pain is not always external. Sometimes the most brutal pain comes from within. Self-doubt, insecurity, and the fear of failure can eat away at a person's confidence. Many women experience this when they try to step into leadership roles or pursue dreams that society has deemed too ambitious. The internal battle between wanting to achieve greatness and fearing the unknown can be paralyzing. But those who face this inner pain head-on, who push through their doubts and fears, come out stronger on the other side. They realize that strength does not come from the absence of fear, but from the ability to move forward despite it. The pain of loss is one of the most profound experiences any woman can endure. Whether it is the loss of a loved one, a dream, or an opportunity, it leaves a void that seems impossible to fill. Grief has a way of breaking a person down, making them question everything about their existence. But even in the depths of sorrow, strength is being cultivated. Women who have experienced great loss often find themselves emerging with a new perspective on life. They learn to cherish every moment, to appreciate the little things, and to find meaning even in suffering. Their pain becomes a reminder of their resilience, proof that they can endure even the most heart-wrenching experiences and still stand tall. Pain is also present in the struggle for equality and recognition. Throughout history, women have had to fight for their rights, their voices, and their place in society. The pain of being silenced, overlooked, and underestimated has been a constant battle. However, instead of accepting defeat, women have turned their pain into power. Every rejection, every moment of being told you can't, has only fueled their determination to prove otherwise. The strength of a woman is often born out of the pain of being told she is not enough. Yet she continues to rise, breaking barriers and setting new standards. Physical pain is another teacher of strength. Many women endure the pain of childbirth, illness, or physical hardship, yet they continue to push forward. Their bodies may be tested, but their spirits remain unbroken. They learn to listen to their bodies, to heal, and to keep moving forward despite the challenges. Pain becomes a testament to their endurance, a reminder that they are capable of withstanding even the most difficult trials. For many women, pain is not just an individual experience. It is a shared struggle. Generations of women have passed down stories of suffering, resilience, and triumph. Mothers teach their daughters how to navigate the world, passing on wisdom born from their own pain. Sisters, friends, and mentors support one another through hardships, reminding each other that they are not alone. This collective experience of pain creates a bond that strengthens entire communities of women, allowing them to rise together. Pain has a way of refining a woman's purpose. When she endures hardships, she begins to understand what truly matters in life. Many women who have faced adversity find themselves drawn to helping others who are experiencing similar struggles. Whether it is through activism, mentorship, or simply offering a listening ear, they use their pain as a bridge to connect with others. Their strength comes from their ability to transform suffering into compassion, using their own experiences to uplift those around them. There is an undeniable beauty in the process of turning pain into strength. It is not an easy journey, and it requires immense courage, but the rewards are immeasurable. A woman who has faced pain and emerged stronger is unstoppable. She carries with her the lessons of her past, the wisdom gained through hardship, and the unshakable belief that she can overcome anything. The fire that once threatened to consume her becomes the very force that propels her forward. Pain may break a woman down, but it also rebuilds her into someone stronger, wiser, and more resilient than before. Every scar she carries is a testament to her battles and victories. Every tear shed is a reminder of the depth of her emotions and her ability to heal. Through pain, a great woman is made not because she avoids suffering, but because she embraces it, learns from it, and uses it as the foundation of her strength. Rejection is one of the most painful experiences a person can go through, yet it is also one of the most powerful catalysts for growth. For a woman striving to achieve greatness, rejection can feel like a door slamming in her face, a harsh reminder that she is not yet where she wants to be. But rejection is never the end of the road. It is a redirection, a push towards something greater. Every time a woman is told no, she is given an opportunity to prove her strength, resilience, and determination. From an early age, many women face rejection in different aspects of life. It can start in childhood, where a young girl may feel left out, unheard, or unappreciated. Whether it is being excluded from a group, not being chosen for a team, or feeling overlooked in school, these early experiences of rejection plant the seeds of self-doubt. They make her question her worth and wonder if she is good enough. But for those who refuse to let rejection define them, these moments become the beginning of a lifelong journey of perseverance. They learn that being rejected does not mean they are unworthy. It simply means they must keep pushing forward. As a woman grows, rejection often becomes even more prominent in her personal and professional life. She may experience it in relationships where love is not always reciprocated, or where she is not valued the way she deserves to be. The pain of rejection in love can be deep and consuming, making her question what she did wrong or why she was not enough for someone else. But through these painful experiences, she learns an important truth. Rejection is not a reflection of her worth, but rather a sign that she was meant for something different, something better. When one door closes, another one opens, and often that new door leads to something far greater than she ever imagined. In the workplace, rejection can feel like a personal attack. A woman may be passed over for a promotion, denied an opportunity, or told that she is not qualified enough. She may apply for jobs and receive endless rejections, making her feel as though she will never succeed. The frustration and disappointment can be overwhelming, but every rejection carries a hidden lesson. It teaches her to improve, to refine her skills, and to keep moving forward despite the setback. Many of the most successful women in the world faced countless rejections before achieving their dreams. They were told they were not smart enough, not experienced enough, or simply not the right fit. But instead of giving up, they used rejection as motivation to work harder, to prove the doubters wrong, and to create their own opportunities when none were given to them. Rejection is also deeply tied to societal expectations. Women throughout history have been told no in ways that limit their potential. They have been denied education, leadership roles, and even basic rights simply because of their gender. They have been told to stay in the background, to be quiet, to accept their place. But those who refuse to accept rejection as the final answer are the ones who change the world. They challenge the status quo, break barriers, and pave the way for future generations. Every rejection they face fuels their determination to fight for something bigger than themselves. One of the most powerful aspects of rejection is that it forces a woman to grow. It pushes her out of her comfort zone and demands that she become stronger, wiser, and more determined. When she experiences rejection, she has two choices. She can let it define her and make her feel small, or she can use it as a stepping stone to something greater. Every no she receives teaches her something valuable, whether it is resilience, patience, or the importance of persistence. Many women who have achieved greatness did not do so because they never faced rejection, but because they refused to let rejection stop them. They applied for jobs they were told they would never get. They pursued dreams that seemed impossible. They took risks even when people doubted them. And in the process, they discovered that rejection was never the end of the road. It was simply a detour leading them to something better. Rejection also teaches women the importance of self-belief. When the world tells her she is not good enough, she must be the one to believe in herself. She must remind herself that her worth is not determined by someone else's opinion or decision. The greatest women in history were not the ones who never faced rejection. They were the ones who kept going despite it. They understood that rejection was not a stop sign. It was a challenge to rise above and prove their strength. In personal relationships, rejection can be one of the most painful experiences, but it can also be one of the most enlightening. When a woman experiences rejection in love, she is given an opportunity to reflect on what she truly deserves. She learns that love should be mutual, that she should never have to beg for someone's time, attention, or respect. She realizes that rejection is often a blessing in disguise, protecting her from relationships that do not serve her best interest. With time, she comes to understand that the right people will never reject her. They will choose her wholeheartedly. Rejection is not a sign of failure. It is a test of persistence. Many of the greatest women in history faced repeated rejections before achieving their dreams. Writers had their books rejected by publishers. Actresses were turned away from auditions. Businesswomen were told their ideas would never succeed. But they refused to accept rejection as the final answer. They kept pushing, kept improving, and kept believing in themselves until they finally broke through. A woman who has faced rejection and continued forward becomes unstoppable. She learns that her value is not dependent on whether someone else recognizes it. She discovers that rejection is not a reason to give up, but rather a reason to work even harder. Every rejection she faces strengthens her, molding her into a person who is unshakable in the face of obstacles. Rejection is one of life's greatest teachers. It teaches patience, resilience, and self-worth. It forces a woman to redefine what success means to her and to find new paths when the old ones are blocked. It teaches her that rejection is not personal. It is simply part of the journey. Through rejection, she becomes stronger, wiser, and more determined. Failure is one of the most feared experiences in life. Yet it is also one of the most valuable. It is often seen as something negative, something to be avoided at all costs. However, for a woman striving for greatness, failure is not a dead end. It is a lesson, a stepping stone to success. Every failure holds within it the potential for growth, knowledge, and transformation. The women who achieve the most in life are not those who never fail, but those who learn from their failures and use them to propel themselves forward. From an early age, women are taught to fear failure. Society places immense pressure on them to be perfect, to excel in school, to be well-mannered, to be strong yet soft, ambitious yet humble. The fear of failure becomes ingrained, making many women hesitant to take risks or pursue their biggest dreams. They worry about disappointing others, about being judged, about not being good enough. But those who refuse to let this fear control them understand that failure is not a sign of weakness. It is a necessary part of growth. Many of the most successful women in the world have faced failure time and time again. They have started businesses that collapsed, written books that were rejected, pursued careers that seemed impossible. They have experienced moments of deep doubt where everything they worked for seemed to fall apart, but instead of allowing failure to define them, they used it as a teacher. Each failure provided valuable insight, what worked, what didn't, what needed to change. Failure forces a woman to adapt. When something does not go as planned, she is faced with a choice. Give up or find another way. In this process, she learns to be flexible, to think outside the box, to develop new strategies. She realizes that success is not about never making mistakes, but about learning how to navigate them. Every failure teaches her something she did not know before, pushing her to improve, to refine her skills, to become more prepared for the challenges ahead. Failure also builds resilience. A woman who has failed and risen again is far stronger than someone who has never faced adversity. She learns that setbacks are temporary, that she has the power to recover, that she is capable of overcoming any challenge. She develops an inner strength that allows her to keep going even when things seem impossible. This resilience is what separates those who achieve greatness from those who give up at the first sign of difficulty. One of the most important lessons failure teaches is that it is not personal. When a woman fails, it is not a reflection of her worth or ability. It is simply part of the process. Too often, failure is internalized, leading to feelings of shame, self-doubt, and discouragement. But those who truly understand the value of failure know that it is not a judgment, it is an opportunity. It is a chance to learn, to grow, to improve. Failure also teaches a woman about perseverance. The road to success is rarely smooth. It is filled with obstacles, setbacks, and disappointments. Many women face moments where they question whether they should continue, whether their dreams are worth the struggle. But those who keep going despite failure are the ones who ultimately succeed. They understand that failure is not the end of the journey. It is simply a challenge to be overcome. There are countless stories of women who have faced failure before achieving success. Entrepreneurs who started businesses that failed before building multi-million-dollar empires. artists who had their work rejected over and over before being recognized, scientists who spent years conducting experiments that did not work before making groundbreaking discoveries. Each of these women could have given up, but instead they chose to see failure as a necessary part of the journey. Failure also fosters creativity. When something does not work, it forces a woman to think differently, to explore new ideas, to innovate. Some of the greatest breakthroughs in history have come from failures that led to unexpected discoveries. A woman who embraces failure understands that it is not an obstacle, it is a doorway to new possibilities. She learns to see failure not as a limitation, but as an invitation to try again in a new way. Failure is also a powerful teacher of humility. It reminds a woman that she does not have all the answers, that she still has room to grow, that there is always more to learn. It teaches her to ask for help, to seek guidance, to surround herself with people who support and challenge her. It reminds her that success is not about doing everything perfectly the first time, but about continuously improving, evolving, and becoming better. One of the most profound gifts of failure is that it teaches self-trust. When a woman experiences failure and chooses to keep going, she builds confidence in her own ability to overcome obstacles. She learns that she is capable, that she can handle setbacks, that she has the strength to keep moving forward. She realizes that failure does not define her, her response to it does. Failure is also an important part of finding one's true path. Sometimes failure happens because something is not truly meant for a woman. She may pursue a career, a relationship, or a goal that does not align with who she really is. Failure in these situations can be a blessing, guiding her towards something better. It helps her recognize what she truly wants, what is worth fighting for, what aligns with her purpose. Failure also deepens gratitude. When success comes too easily, it can be taken for granted. But when a woman has struggled, when she has faced setbacks and still managed to achieve her goals, she appreciates her success on a much deeper level. She understands the value of hard work, the importance of persistence, the beauty of overcoming challenges. She becomes more grateful for every opportunity, for every lesson learned, for every small victory along the way. A woman who has failed and risen again becomes an inspiration to others. Her story serves as a reminder that failure is not something to be ashamed of, but something to embrace. She shows others that setbacks are not the end, that struggles are not permanent, that success is possible even after the hardest falls. She becomes a source of strength for those who are afraid to try, proving that failure is not something to fear, it is something to use. Failure strips away illusions. It forces a woman to confront her weaknesses, to acknowledge what needs to change, to become brutally honest with herself. In this process, she grows not only in skill and knowledge, but in character. She learns patience, humility, and perseverance. She becomes more aware of her own strengths and limitations, more willing to take risks, more determined to succeed. There is no true success without failure. Every great woman who has achieved something meaningful has encountered failure along the way. She has faced moments of doubt, of disappointment, of feeling like giving up. But she has also learned that failure is not the enemy, it is the teacher. It is the force that pushes her to become better, stronger, more determined. It is the challenge that shapes her into the woman she is meant to be. Resilience is what defines greatness. It is the ability to withstand adversity, to keep going even when everything seems to be falling apart, to rise again after every fall. A great woman is not someone who has never faced difficulties. She is someone who has been through pain, rejection, and failure, but refuses to be defeated. Resilience is what allows her to turn struggles into strength, obstacles into opportunities, and setbacks into comebacks. It is not just about surviving hardships, it is about using them as fuel to become stronger, wiser, and more determined. From a young age, women are often taught to be strong, but true resilience is not just about appearing tough. It is about inner strength, the kind that cannot be seen but is deeply felt. It is about waking up each day and choosing to keep going, even when the world has given countless reasons to give up. It is about learning how to adapt, how to grow, how to take control of life, even when it seems uncontrollable. Resilience is built in the moments of struggle, in the times when everything seems impossible, in the quiet battles fought when no one is watching. Resilience is forged in pain. A woman who has been through heartbreak, loss, and suffering learns to rebuild herself from the ground up. She understands that pain is not the end of the road, but a chapter in her story. She realizes that she has the power to heal, to move forward, and to create a future that is not defined by past suffering. The strength she gains from overcoming pain becomes a permanent part of who she is, allowing her to face future challenges with a sense of confidence and inner power. Resilience is also born from rejection. Every time a woman is told no, she has a choice: to let it defeat her or to let it drive her. A resilient woman understands that rejection is not a reflection of her worth, but a sign that she is meant for something else, something greater. She does not allow other people's opinions to dictate her potential. Instead, she uses rejection as motivation, as a challenge to prove to herself and the world that she is capable. She learns that resilience is about standing tall even when she is underestimated, about continuing to push forward even when doors are slammed in her face. Failure is another powerful teacher of resilience. A woman who has failed and learned from it knows that failure is never final. She understands that every mistake, every setback, every wrong turn is simply part of the journey. She does not fear failure because she knows that resilience means getting up one more time than she falls. She sees failure not as an indication that she is not good enough, but as proof that she is trying, growing, and pushing beyond her comfort zone. She knows that success is not about never failing. It is about never giving up. Resilience is about perseverance. It is about continuing to chase dreams even when the road is rough, even when progress feels slow, even when obstacles seem endless. A resilient woman does not allow temporary difficulties to discourage her. She understands that nothing worth having comes easy and that every great achievement requires persistence. She keeps going when others quit. She finds solutions when others see only problems, and she remains focused on her goals even when the path is unclear. Resilience is not just about enduring hardships. It is about learning from them. A woman who has faced adversity and come out stronger does not just survive, she evolves. She takes the lessons from her struggles and applies them to her life. She understands that every hardship has taught her something valuable, whether it is patience, courage, self-belief, or the ability to adapt. She does not see herself as a victim of circumstances, but as a warrior who has grown through every battle. Resilience also comes from self-belief. A woman who knows her worth, who believes in her abilities, who refuses to let doubts control her, is unstoppable. She does not wait for validation from others. She does not allow criticism or negativity to shake her confidence. She understands that resilience is about trusting herself even when no one else does. She learns to silence the inner voice of fear and replace it with determination. Resilience is often tested in times of uncertainty. Life does not always go as planned, and challenges arise when least expected. A resilient woman learns how to navigate uncertainty with grace. She does not panic when things fall apart. Instead, she adapts. She finds new ways forward. She refuses to let circumstances control her. She understands that resilience is about being flexible, about finding strength in the unknown, about having faith that she can handle whatever comes her way. Resilience is also about emotional strength. It is about being able to process emotions, to feel deeply without being consumed by negativity. A resilient woman does not suppress her emotions. She allows herself to feel, to heal, to express what she needs to, but she does not let pain or disappointment define her. She finds ways to move through emotions rather than being trapped by them. She understands that resilience is not about being unaffected by struggles, but about being able to rise above them. Resilience is built through experience. A woman who has faced struggles and overcome them carries with her the knowledge that she can handle anything. She knows that no matter what happens, she will find a way through it. This confidence in her own strength allows her to take risks, to step outside her comfort zone, to pursue dreams that others might shy away from. She is not afraid of failure because she has been through it before and knows she can rise again. Resilience is also about independence. A woman who is resilient does not rely on others to save her. She understands that while support from others is valuable, she ultimately holds the power to change her own life. She takes responsibility for her actions, her growth, and her happiness. She does not wait for someone else to make things easier for her. She finds a way to make things happen herself. Resilience means knowing that struggles are temporary. A woman who has developed resilience understands that no hardship lasts forever. She knows that even the darkest days will pass, that even the most difficult challenges can be overcome. She does not allow temporary pain to make her believe that things will never get better. She has seen herself overcome hardships before, and she trusts that she will do it again. Resilience is about refusing to give up. No matter how many times a woman has been knocked down, no matter how many challenges she has faced, no matter how difficult the road ahead may seem, she keeps going. She does not let fear control her. She does not allow failure to discourage her. She does not let rejection define her. She continues to fight for her dreams, for her goals, for the life she envisions. Resilience is not something that is given, it is something that is built. It is forged in the fire of adversity, in the moments of struggle, in the times when everything seems to be working against her. A resilient woman does not have an easy life. She has a determined spirit. She has faced storms and emerged stronger. She has walked through darkness and found her own light. She has turned pain into power and failure into fuel. She is not great because she has never struggled. She is great because she never lets struggles defeat her.